We are running back in to game number 2 here. They're going to dap up again. Say good luck. Ritto boys, I don't know what they're feeling right now. What do you think they're feeling? They were looking solid and then just lost it real quick, reminiscent of 2019 Nationals finals.
Well, it's hard to tell from Epperson because it's hard to tell from Epperson because he kind of shows the same level of emotion the whole time. Same with Riva, but Riva's still smiling. He's just having a blast out there. He knows that they were 1 point away from winning. One more ace, one more defensive touch. So, I mean, no one's thinking that they've got this in the bag right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for you guys at home, we'll be starting this in just 30 seconds. Our second camera is giving us a little trouble, so we're going to be solving that. So we have that fun second angle for you, and we'll be starting absolutely momentarily. The sun is starting to come out here, which also makes the cameras bright and those white jerseys shine. Also take this second to shout out all the sponsors here. We got Hampton Farms. We got Pair of Thieves, Stuart Spikeball. So you see that pink, that orange tent in the back. We got Protein 2.0, and of course Vii Apparel Co. making all the beautiful jerseys you see out there for Ritto boys.
Yeah, and Spikeball's done a great job. We mentioned it briefly yesterday of elevating the sport. This is something that some of these veterans have been hoping would happen to the sport. I mean, the fact that there are sponsors and people bringing tents out here, spectators on a championship Sunday where only 8 people are playing in the professional finals. But even though there's only 8 people playing, you see 100 people around, getting every angle, being able to watch every single point with some of the elite players on tour.
Guys, good to go. Good to go.
And we're giving them the A-OK.
Just let it happen. Whatever.
We're getting one of our other cameras back into check here.
We're starting here, and as Hinkle started the last game, Riva Denera is going to start this one.
Ryder Riva out to the right, goes for a reverse that had so much spin that it bounced to the right off of the grass. Steps out to his right again, fakes, goes left, and will hit the front of the rim.
So it goes into the hand of Hinkle, 1-0 here.
Hinkle goes for the cut, hits the perfect part of the net, but it does lip up and a little bit too high. Closes off this stance, lines up, deep breath, and goes for another one. Pretty much the same result.
Yeah, with how hard he swings, there's so little margin of error there, where if he hits it a little too far, it just pops way up.
Ooh, Epperson. We know that the main trick this pony has is the cut serve, and he goes for an unbelievably hard one there, so much so they have to adjust the net. So Epperson goes for a second one, steps out to his left, and gives a jam serve that they are going to call high because it was at the eye level of Hinkle.
Back the way of Murphy. I like how Epperson swings. Most we've seen him really contact the net in his matches so far.
Yeah, they're warm. I mean, this is a big day. This is a big day. It doesn't mean too much moving forward, but the momentum going to Nationals is great. Murphy hits a drop shot that was defended very well by Riva, who pushes it between the two.
I think we almost saw a hat throw there from Hinkle. A little upset at that. I'm not sure why.
It may be a little early for a hat throw.
Yeah.
They already took game 1. They don't need to throw a hat. It's too early in game 2. Tied up 2-2. And an unbelievable reverse from Riva, taking Rahul Murphy to his knees.
Just so low. Just so low. How do you defend that? Ridiculous.
Murphy knows that he got his ankles broken there a little bit. And Riva will look to keep this train rolling. Side-by-side stance here, steps to his left, goes left, and no effect. Hinkle saying he knew it was going to be a miss, even though he was on the run.
Went back in the hand of Hinkle now.
Who hits a huge, powerful, pocketed hit.
Just a little bit. You talked about that small margin of error.
Goes for another one. This one looks good. They're playing it. Good job by Coleman to get it back up, but Riva can't get it back to the net. Hinkle will get his first break of the match.
It is crazy that those two serves he just hit were probably just a half an inch difference, and that one was an ace. The first one was a fault.
Hinkle gathering himself, maybe thinking about what serve he needs to go with here. He finally got one on that was unbelievably good, defended by the belly button of Riva. And then he goes for a reverse that'll be called a little bit high.
He was a little excited, a little excited.
Goes for another jam. Epperson pulls this one wide right of Hinkle, and it's going to be a great point for Ritto boys.
Yeah, that was a big, strong pull. We've seen a lot of hits just low and trying to skirt it around them. That time he said, I'm just sending it. I'm sending it as far as I can.
Oh, yeah, and with how far Hinkle was off the net, he had way too much ground to cover. Epperson actually going for a left of his own. A diving return on the serve set by Murphy. Going to be defended well again by Ritto. Epperson puts it up, bodies onto the net, but double bounces, double clutch will not get that point. What a great rally.
Oh, ridiculous. Ridiculous round net all around. That serve return diving to get there, that's just the strength of the lefty serve, but what a smart play. just some pinball action there.
That was a lot of pinball action. The fact that he had to dive for the serve return was unbelievable, and the fact they still almost got the point was even crazier. So Epperson, using the left to his advantage, goes for it again with a drop. I think we'll see a little bit more. He's laughing. He's like, I had to try it one more time. Going to his right hand, the bread and butter cut serve that hit the pocket. Ball will go back to Rahul Murthy.
Going back to Rahul. So double clutch find themselves down here, but only the mini break.
And
that's high.
That was close. They will get the observers together. From our angle, we had a pretty good look at it. The camera that you see is pretty much our angle. They're calling it just high.
Yeah, as you may have seen, heard my slight "that's high" reaction. That was my that was my opinion, real quick. But it's always hard to tell, especially as a receiver.
And that one definitely high off the pocket there as they go for a lefty. But Ritto boys. Riva goes for a reverse, defended by the left-handed Hinkle. Body defense by Ritto, but they can't get this one up into the realm of possibility for Epperson. So Hinkle will get the point. I think our main camera.
Right now it's
main
back.
camera is back. That ball from the last point actually disconnected one of the cables.
Yeah, that's what happened.
All right, Hinkle lines up for a second one on one foot, defended easily by Riva, who opens his hand. The left of Hinkle puts this up to Murphy, who's going to pull this by Hinkle. Actually pulled it so much that Riva almost had another chance at it, but great point from double clutch.
Oh, that's just unbelievable. Diving over the net to pull it all the way around you. That's such a new age thing with the no-hit zone that you have to do that, and he just executed it perfectly.
Yeah, the fact that he can even get that angle without touching the no-hit zone is great, and it's because he sent his body up and over like that. Oh, a good little jam reverse here. Epperson hits it straight into Murphy, who's going to have a chance to put this away. Chased down by Ritto, but Riva can't get there. Great point for Rahul Murthy in his right hand.
Again, 2 in a row. It's all coming together for a double clutch. Those defensive touches are just so great. They're perfectly set up.
Drop shot going to be played here by Riva. Oh, the set actually wasn't amazing, but Riva able to do enough with it. Yeah, and you actually mentioned, Mike, that in between games that the defensive touches, I mean, even though they won without putting those defensive touches back on the net. Now that they're doing that, we see them taking a lead here.
Yeah, those are really important. You have to convert those. They don't mean much if you don't convert them.
All right. Ritto boys still trailing by 2 here. Murphy finding the perfect spot in the grass to focus on so that he doesn't foot fault here. Debating where he should hit this. Steps out to the left, actually hits a straight up serve. This is going to be put straight into the left hand of Hinkle, who's going to swing with his right, but hit the rim. Almost a hat throw. We're getting to the area where a hat throw may be more possible.
It's getting up there. We talked about Frederick, like to call him the machine. He's upset with himself there. He wants to play as clean as possible. He knows that was a gimme. That was a gimme right there.
Yeah, that left-handed serve a little bit too high. Yeah, Hinkle hasn't made a ton of mistakes. So when he hits into the rim right there, it's not great. But Riva hits a reverse.
It was into the reverse cut cannot be in the close third there because it pockets back. I believe that was Ryan Fitzgerald likely have the best angle, and they called it clean which really disappoints Hinkle because I think he disagrees, and he didn't have a terrible return there.
I have to say,
Yeah.
I agree with the call.
Yeah.
I had a good angle at it. Now we have another going to the observers with another close one, another one that I actually think may be clean.
We'll see. Let him play. And another clean.
And there they go.
So Ryder with 2 aces in a row there gives them the lead again.
Yeah, they finally got the lead back after a couple of great plays. Hits the reverse here. Hinkle has to go with the backhand. The set was short, and they're not going to be able to get it up there. Ritto boys still rolling.
Still rolling. Surprised we aren't seeing a timeout here. Of course, Double Clutch does have a game to give.
11-9 adds up to 20 every 5 points. They will rotate a quarter turn. Has to give nobody a sun advantage here in the morning. Riva goes for another reverse.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh,
Bryce.
he's feeling it. Yeah, he's absolutely feeling it. Steps out to the right again, fakes left, hits a cut, but sky's way over, double overhead, I'd say, on Rahul Murthy.
Way over.
Hinkle does the same on his first serve. We'll see if he goes up onto one leg and hits the straight up more of a jam here. Yeah, tries to. It's become so common. I didn't notice it until this tournament how often every player goes up onto one leg and just hits an easy jam on their second serve.
It allows them to get some extra torque with their hips and legs. Kids, I know Dylan Fogarty used to do it a lot back in the day.
That's a deep cut for some of us. Love that. Eberson went to his left hand there and then tries for a big cut here. Just hits the rim. Couple of double faults in a row. Gives Murthy the ball, the guy you want if you want to close a 2-point gap. Spins, goes out to the right, tries a reverse. It spun so much off the rim, but that doesn't matter.
It's just a reverse showdown here between Riva and Murthy.
I mean, you saw they had one apiece last game. He does a little reverse jam here. Gets this put straight into the body. There's no chance that they're going to play defense on it. Hinkle
goes,
no argument.
No. No. I think Murthy was like, yeah, he could have got that. No.
I mean, hey, I know they're mobile, but that was asking a lot.
Yeah.
All right, Riva, who's put on a serving clinic already this game, hits a huge cut, but Murthy puts this at Epperson, who defends it with his left. This set is in stride, but left hand just a little bit too far off the net. Riva saying, you could have had.
Yeah, I think he's a little frustrated with himself. Not the best set off the net. You know, not that money set you want right over the net coming back with the dive, but actually really impressive touch meeting it to the highest point there.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity to get a break there. But Hinkle, another reverse jam of his own. Riva pulls that set a little bit, making it difficult on Epperson, who puts it away anyways.
And the miss set there actually helped Epperson get a better angle.
Yeah, I mean, with how many times people have called carries, it looked like Epperson trying to use his power to his advantage. He lets a rip on all of his cut serves. Steps open, but hits this so close to the perfect spot of the net. No ball stays that low without being bad. At least I thought, until some of the reverse cuts have happened in the last game. Oh. Speaking of which, Rahul may be lining up to show us just that. No, tries for what looked like a regular cut on that one. Pockets up very high. He hits a great cut there. Epperson tries to get there, but not a great serve receive. Rahul, his first ace in a while.
And now back ties it up. They still need one more for the lead here.
Yeah, Riva's like, would it have been?
Yeah.
Oh, and then another cut opportunity from Rahul Murthy, but just barely clipping rim, I guess. So he will have another attempt. Tries to do it again. Ball to me. Can't get it. Hits the pole.
A little too far. You would have kept that one. Got it signed afterwards?
Probably. Probably. I mean, these are two teams that are making their bid. Oh, the left-handed drop. I have to interrupt my own sentence there. That left-handed drop is something Epperson tried once, saying, I have to try it once, and then Riva goes for it and nails it.
So they got that rotation and the lead back with some distance. Just need to hold to win this game.
Yeah, Ritto boys, they don't need any more breaks. They just need to stay clean here and make sure that their serve receive against Murthy specifically is still clean.
Of course, Murthy has been hitting many pockets, as has Hinkle. That one way too much, going for all the angle there.
Yeah, he put as much spin as possible as he could and just missed inside of the net. Hits a little jam here. Epperson puts this into the body of Murphy. Hinkle, who's known for his sets, puts it perfectly over the net, and Murphy puts it away. Energy coming from the field right now.
That is what he's known for, and that is why he plays. He wants to make those plays.
We talked about exactly that before this match started, and here's just proving to us that that's what we should be talking about before they get on the field.
You could not ask for a better set than that. Crazy.
It looks like
Crazy.
they've tied it up here, 16s. So Hinkle looking to take it back with just a serve. Riva puts it up perfectly. Rotated the wrong way as double clutch, and that's a great point for Ritto.
Double clutch been eating him up, so I like the adjustment there. Riva went with kind of a fast set, so double clutch did not have time to rotate. They were in no position to make a play on that ball.
Yeah, fast set, something that used to be so common. Now you only see it when it's necessary. Oh, and Epperson, he's getting his own aces that knocks the hat off of Murphy.
Knocks the hat off, just right into the hand and the face. Ritto boys stopping that momentum of double clutch.
Yeah, Epperson, we talked about, he doesn't have any of the really dynamic serves, but he's got the power on that low cut is something that's not easy to defend for your average player or your premier player.
Just a strong cut server, just keeps it down to business, akin to someone who definitely came on the scene in 2017 when they were becoming popular, just learned that and stuck with it.
Rahul Murthy, the guy you want to have the ball. They're going to play this pocketed serve, but defense available for Hinkle to put this away with his right hand. We get a touch, soft touch from Riva. He got verbally deked, I think, by Rahul Murthy. I don't think that matters. He should have played it. Just on the off chance it worked.
Yeah, Rahul played it, or if he said he played it, but ended up being great. I don't know if Riva was prepping for the two there, or the supposed two. But now, double clutch, tying it up.
Oh, a big cut. Great set from the ground by Ryder Riva to save his teammates' serve receive there. Good job by Ritto to stay up one.
Right, and Coleman Epperson's off-net hitting has been spectacular so far.
Yeah, that's like the third, fourth time.
Yeah. I mean, Reaver's given him the best he can, and he's been able to make it work.
He set that one from on the ground, so that was a pretty good job by Epperson to save his teammate there. A reverse cut to the left hip of Hinkle, and he can't get that back up.
No, Ritto boys now have a game point, trying to force a game 3 here in the semifinal.
Oh, and he got him to bite very hard. They have the extra cushion that they didn't have going to the end of last game. Riva tries to go with a drop left again. It worked once. It will not work again. Now all they need is to not give Hinkle a break.
Hinkle was here yesterday, got an ace at 19-20 in at 2019, in the quarterfinals.
He hits a great serve. Ritto, opportunity to put this one away, and they do. We will see a game 3 here in semifinal number 1. This is exactly what we want, Mike.
Just free round net, and this is some of the best round net I've seen all year.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. I can't get over that. The fact that I am 10 minutes from my house, I get to see all the best people in the world coming into my backyard. I get to commentate with one of the best in the biz, and we get a game 3 in our first semi. Yeah. I mean, you can't write it up any better.
It's incredible, and we will be back in just 5 minutes with game 3. We'll see you there. We are back for Game 3, double clutch Ritto boys.
Let's go.
Bryce, you stoked?
Yes. Game 3. I hope every series goes to Game 3.
Yeah.
The more round net we can get today, the better.
Right, and usually in this weekend we go right from this to the pro finals, but we have a whole nother pro semis coming up.
Yeah, we get to watch both of them on stream, live, here with you guys. And these are the best players in the world. Some of the best players. Actually, I'm very excited for the next match, not only because Buddy Hammond is playing, and I did play with him for who knows how long, but the team they're playing against is really trying to make a name for themselves, and it's just proof that anyone watching on the sidelines right now, this could be you at any point in time. I mean, they haven't been playing for all that long.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a conversation with Wonky Sauce, but I talked with them. Like, the question is always, how am I supposed to get good without good players? I know they have a good, solid little group, but for the most part, I think they're just up there grinding, doing drills.
We're jumping the gun.
Hard.
We're jumping the gun. We've got a game 3 here between Ritto boys and double clutch, and I heard Ryder Riva on the side, laughing, having a good time. He said, Coleman, I told you, give me a break, and we're good.
Mm-hmm.
So that one ace, they go.
I don't want to be them upset I was eavesdropping, but Coleman also said we should have taken game one. That should have been GG's.
I mean, maybe they had the opportunity. They weren't able to put it away, and then they got double clutch, double aced. Teammates making sure energy and vibes are high. This is exactly the sportsmanship you see all over this community, which is probably the main reason I still love this game.
Tons of respect between these opponents as well. They both just want everyone to play their best.
A lot of head fakes, and Riva hits his first serve very low, and usually if it doesn't go above someone's knee, there was either a problem or Rahul was serving.
He was the hottest. He was the hottest server in that game too there, and he'll look to connect. I know his quarterfinals, when I talked to Kyle Ackerman, he said, yeah, riders went off.
Yeah.
And not much you can do.
He was bending over a little bit there, but that serve was a little bit high. Looks like our Texas boys have a big cheering section just at the at the back there, where you can see underneath the Spikeball tent.
Texas very well traveled.
Yeah, big. This feels like a home game for Texas. Riva, nice set up to Epperson, who uses a left-handed push there. There's a very smart shot.
Talk about Hinkle doing the high five there. I was talking about respect to these teams. Hinkle is just a fan of the game, and when someone beats him with good stuff, he is the first to tip his hat.
Also, one of the first to take off his hat and maybe throw it. I'm just saying. It almost happened 4 times already, even on a good play.
Yeah. Always just looking for an opportunity.
Epperson, pocket. They will play this.
So,
and Riva has a chance, but does not get there.
We got a hi, Mom, if you didn't hear that.
Oh, that was so sweet.
So if you're actually wondering why Hinkle played that, according to the rule, he has to play that. The ball has to pass over his shoulder unless it's side pockets. That one back pocketed straight up, and it's not going to go over his shoulder, so he's got to go play that.
That's a very good breakdown of the rules in addition to the year. Riva, left hand. This is going to be played by Hinkle, set but from Rahul as he's falling in a backhand from Hinkle.
Oh, he went into the no-hit zone.
He either kicked the net or went into the no-hit zone.
Oh, he kicked the net. Oh, but let's just look at this.
I mean, it was such a good idea. Oh, it's so hard to see on camera.
Yeah.
But it was a great job by Rahul to even get it there.
Did he? I don't even know.
It was called pretty quickly by the observers, so we trust him. Ryan Fitzgerald, also a veteran of the game, knocked out by these guys but Riva!
Get him with the fake. I saw in game 2, Riva got Murthy moving a lot on his fakes. I knew it was a matter of time before he hits him with one.
The big ace on the cut serve there. Now, serving to Hinkle. Looks like he was going for a reverse, just with the funky angle, looking like you're closing a door, twisting the doorknob to the right there.
But nothing, no luck there.
Cut serve.
Just a bang. When he hits it, it's so fast you don't even have a chance.
At game 3, tension is high. Pocket up on the second serve by Hinkle.
Yeah, if you hear us being silent, it's just we're just watching as intently as we can.
We're just as big a fans of the game as all of you at home. Epperson, who's going to hit a cut serve here, goes way over the top and into the lap of my cohort, Mike White. It just lets the pass.
I missed it.
Epperson, good cut serve here, just gets it on. Hinkle hits the right hand, big, but just no body touch there by Epperson, playing up close to the net.
No defensive touches so far, but getting close. They're zoning in on these. Hinkle kind of a different hit there, steps through and hits it high.
Looking to see a out to Riva's left hand as he's far away from Epperson that way. Epperson to Riva's right, where he hops but does not have to make a play yet. Rahul will have a closed-off stance. Goes onto one foot. Big cut, but just barely clips the rim. These guys serving very aggressively here in Game 3.
I know they're swinging for everything. They know they just have to make these serve attempts count.
I mean, Championship Sunday, maximum of 2 series. They're leaving everything on the field. Riva steps out to the right, hits a reverse cut, and it is too good Stunned, standing still
Stunned.
is Rahul Murthy.
Riva hides it so well. From that swing, you don't know what he's going for. And Murthy thought he was going for a cut.
Yeah, he's not scared to go for it on his second serve. I mean, he goes for another one. Diving pass by Hinkle. Doesn't matter. Hinkle can't put it back on the net. 2 reverse cut bangers by.
And 2 different ones. One was higher, one was lower. It
blurted it out, but we will see what happens here. Was outstretched already. Oh, and then he goes for the reverse on the second. Murthy able to get a right-handed swing on this. This pocket's up. Riva setting. Epperson hits it right into the right hand of Murthy, who has an opportunity to put this away. And overrun by Epperson. Rahul Murthy will get the point. What a rally.
Unbelievable. I'm out of breath. Just, you don't expect this. This was an unbelievable set from Riva. And just pops it up with that hip. Oh, just unbelievable.
He gets so big, but so close to the net, gets as wide as he possibly can. And that one ended up just in his palm. I mean, luck favors the prepared.
Yeah, if you want to learn about body defense, watch Murthy. Carry called on that second set.
Wouldn't have mattered.
Brings it right back.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't have mattered. It was he had to react so fast to that. But great serve to even put that pressure on by Hinkle, who is going to do it again. That's a great low cut. But Riva. Wow. But they're having fun out there, and they're joking around. But these guys definitely want to see.
And no carry call.
No carry. 8-7 rotate. Epperson going to hit a big cut here. Yep. It's not that he's telegraphing anything. It's just that that's what's working for him, and we know he's going to go back to it. Tries to hit that one on the right side of the net. Double rim, double fault. Ball goes to double clutch.
Double clutch still down the mini break here. They don't have the lead, but
Rahul,
steal it back.
He can hit his own reverse cut.
And observers again, maybe a little side pocket. Curve. Of course, I'm going to shout out our observers. You got Ryan Fitzgerald, who keeps running in, calling it clean. We also have Luke Mowry out of shot, making a strong duo here for observing. Of course, they go to observers when the teams disagree and need another perspective.
Yeah, I think even Epperson knew that observers was kind of a shot in the dark there. Murthy steps out to the left. It's he pivots that right foot so it moves first and then moves that left foot over. It's actually a little bit deceiving. See if he goes for that again. Drop shot. Not able to get there is Riva, and now some emotion that we don't typically see out of him and frustration.
Yeah, a little upset, even missing the net. Or maybe not a good omen there. But a little frustrated. Usually we see that from the double clutch side, but it's coming out. Murthy's just going off right now.
And they will play this. Big opportunity there. Hinkle doing something he's so good at. Rahul swings with his left, but they're very far off of the net. That was asking a lot.
Asking a lot.
You can see by how dirty the back of the shirt of Frederick Hinkle is that these guys are not scared to move and chase the ball down when they have the opportunity.
We have a timeout called here, I believe, by double clutch. Hinkle got a little shaken up on that dive. Those are not as easy as, I don't want to say as they look because they look pretty tough, but they can, if you get it the wrong way, they can really hurt. And you're out of breath. You don't want to go into the next point out of breath because you're less likely, you're less focused. Smart timeout here.
Absolutely. I think when you have the timeout in your pocket and you're not, using all of your energy on every play, I mean, especially when you can serve as well as these guys, but when you've run a ball down that far, you hit your shoulder like that, take the reset. You have the timeout. You can't keep it in your pocket and take it with you later and take it to nationals and have 2 times. Like that, It's not how that works.
No roll.
So you might as well use it.
Yep.
They're amped up on the sideline, and Ritto boys doing what I would personally love to do in getting back very quickly and almost rushing the timeout for the other team. It's very smart by them. I don't know if it's intentional, but it's very smart by them.
Saying we would like to play again.
Yeah, and letting them know, like, I know you took a timeout, but we're ready. So, so if you're out of breath, we know that, and we're going to put the pressure on again. So Riva steps up to serve, hits with a big right hand, but hits the near side of the rim.
Riva asks for Hinkle to take a little air out of the ball as it gets hot here. The ball is balloon up a little bit, and they all agree. So
something only the pros would do. That's a big reverse cut. Another diving left by Hinkle. He puts it up so effortlessly to Rahul, who sets him well. Great point from double clutch.
Sometimes it's so hard to tell the difference sometimes where he's ready to make that extra effort to get those reverse cuts.
Yeah, it's unbelievable that he's had to dive on like 4 of them, and 3 of them ended up in their point. Great job by Riva. They get body defense here. Let Hinkle set. He's very good at it. This goes back up to Epperson, who will set Riva. Big right hand. Rahul in the right spot. Hinkle, a lefty set, and an actually uncharacteristic miss on the set. Gives the point to Ritto boys.
He can't do it every time. Not the ideal hit there, but a great defensive touch there by Murthy. A little too much to ask for the diving set again, but they are a little bummed. He called no before he hit it, so no one have to worry about it. Fred took the 2 to establish dominance.
Yeah, kind of a bummer. He was already ready to swing before his teammate said no. Great drop shot. He'll go on 2 again, and it pays off.
But he's establishing dominance. He's saying, I'm the hitter. I wanted it. I'm going to let it rip. I always say you can take 2s until you miss.
Yeah. And yeah, you better not miss. I think that's what it comes down to. All right, Rahul Murthy. Danger in the right hand of Rahul Murthy. Hits a reverse cut of his own. Epperson going to be able to swing and pull with his right, avoiding the no-hit zone. Good job by Ritto boys.
Exactly. I think he saw Rahul Murthy set up on that far side and knows I have to get around him. I can't hit into that body again. He's too good at it.
Yeah, he pulled that very well. We've seen him do that on the dive many times already. Riva hits a very low cut. Hinkle going to be swinging with his right. And it looks like Rahul may have kicked the net or gone to the no-hit zone. Either way, not a big argument coming out of them.
Yeah, I think they said, yep, your foot hit it. He agrees. Just slide it. I think that would have been a break for Ritto boys anyway, but of course these rallies have gone around so much that you never really know.
Yeah, and Ritto boys kind of need a big reverse cut. Another diving return. Rahul swings with his right. They both are there, but there's a miscommunication that splits the defense.
And the first time we've seen Murthy, who's got beaten a lot on those reverse cuts, finally opting to put that little extra effort, dive in and get it, and rewarded. Ritto boys probably a little upset there.
Definitely. I mean, their positioning was great. They knew where the ball had to go. They just kind of both looked at each other and weren't able to come away with it. So Frederick Hinkle will get to try to serve here. He hits a banger of a jammed serve, but it's a little too high, about to hit the bill of the hat of Epperson. Epperson steps out to his right, hitting a Epperson patented 900-mile-an-hour cut serve. Hits the pocket, but he'll close off his stance this time, step out to the left, and just hit the front of the rim.
Out of good rip, he's just going to keep it going. Again, the best we've seen him serve, at least in my experience, this season. Just absolutely zoned in today. But, of course, sometimes you still double fault because such a small margin forever.
Yeah, he's trying to be perfect. Rahul, they will play this, not letting Rahul serve twice. Great pull there by Ryder. And there's a little bit of an argument here. We have a peanut gallery. That,
arguing over was the hit a carry. However, I think the most notable thing is that on Epperson's set, Rahul was in the way of Epperson's set, which I think was called. They called it clean, no problem. But
yeah,
it was,
I don't think it should have been a big argument. That's a typical pull.
Right. Yep.
All right, and that's the point that Ritto boys really wanted. Getting to serve with his left hand there is Ryder Riva. We saw that work very well in the second game. He's getting some head fakes in, goes for a reverse after a couple of fakes. Rahul Murthy swinging with his right. Body defense, soft touch, almost possible, but a easy 1-2-3 there from double clutch.
We've seen less body D opportunities from Ritto boys. They more opt for getting the hands when they can, so when Murthy's hitting it that low, it's unlikely they'll be able to get a strong touch.
Yeah, they don't play the same type of body low, like I'm ready to chase this down. One of them's ready to chase it down type of defense. Oh, this may be an ace from Hinkle. They will ask. It is very close. It looked to be just about top of the shoulder.
They're so challenging because it's like, where did he contact it on his hand? They are calling it clean.
Calling it good.
Huge for double clutch.
Yeah, I can't really argue with that one too much because it did look like his hand was on the way up, and it's challenging. You think you're hitting it above your shoulder, but initial contact.
Unfortunately, the thing Epperson would have had to do to make it clear was not touch the ball and show that it's going over his shoulder.
Yep.
But when he touches it, it's hard to tell.
Oh, that's a great serve, but great return by Riva. Hinkle's in position to play defense, gets this back to the net, and a great high set from Rahul. The backhand not connecting, a little bit of frustration out of Hinkle.
Yeah, just a great chase down. I'll shout out whoever put the length on those signs back there because he just missed it, but didn't run into it like we've seen before, and just missed it on that backhand that would have honestly maybe sealed the game for them.
Yeah, I think we're seeing some of the more agile, more mobile defensive players in double clutch. There is no ball that is out of the realm of possibility of chasing down, especially for Hinkle.
Right.
Look how dirty his shirt already is.
Yeah, he's putting in the effort. It's good for him. If he wins here, he gets an hour break until the finals. He can recoup.
Great drop shot. Big right hand from Epperson. It hit Riva after it had already passed Rahul.
And it did not hit Rahul, which means that is a point for double clutch. Extremely unfortunate for Ritto boys, but that's also how you play the game.
Yeah, that's like the equivalent of when a tennis player hits the top of the net and the ball just trickles over.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel bad, but I'm going to take it every time.
I'm taking the point.
Yeah.
Yep. So there we go. Double clutch up 3 now.
Ritto boys definitely needs to make something happen. Rahul hits a great reverse, and that's not how you're going to get it done.
Nope. And now up 4. And just looking, a big opportunity and a timeout called by Ritto boys. I first want to touch on that Ritto boys is not out of this. The next serve will be going to Rivadeneira. Yesterday, in his game 2 against Hornock and Ackerman, they lost game 1. And they needed to win that game 2. I believe Ackerman told me that Ritto boys was down 2017. Riva hit 4 in a row to bring them back.
Proof right there that this is very, very possible for him. They're collaborating with one of their great friends, Preston Byes, elite player on the side. Another person who's very familiar with situations just like this, who's brought it back. So telling them what sounds like I'm totally eavesdropping to just keep their composure. Riva can definitely hit a couple of serves here, as Mike had mentioned. And I know that he asked Epperson before this game, give me one break and we got this. Well, now Riva's got – that's a big task to ask of your teammate. Now he's got to perform on his own and get 3 of them.
I'm going to try to speculate on what I heard here, and I heard, they've been diving for your reverse. So I think either that means you got to keep going with it, it's been working, or on the other side, give some head fakes and then hit them with a cut. And I'll see what we see. But, of course, first – they have to hold here.
They have to hold against a Rahul Murthy whose serve has been just as good as, if not better, than Rivadeneira. So he will step out to the right and hit a cut. That one looked pretty good. Epperson's got to avoid the no-hit zone, pull it.
Said good, and that was massive for Ritto boys because now, if it all goes right, Riva and Epperson will have a chance to serve. If they were broken there, it would only be 1.
That is a huge point to the credit of Mike White. He does go for the left, which is, I think our speculation on our eavesdropping was pretty good. Riva will step out to the right and just try to hit a reverse, but misses way too far right there. Gets that ball out of the arena. And Fred Hinkle gets to serve for the game and the match. Hits a reverse. It is a great serve. Great set by Epperson to keep Ritto boys alive. And now Epperson will have the opportunity to pull them back into this game. And he'll jump right into it. Tension is high. Everyone around getting very quiet. Epperson steps out to his left. Tries to hit a big one. They will play this. They'll go on 2. And this game is over. Ritto boys fall to double clutch, who will be moving on to the finals to take on the winners of Hammond and Marshall, or their team names escaping me, Wonky
Sauce.
I mean,
that's wonky.
It's a new team.
It's a new team.
They're crushing it. I'm happy to not know their name going to this. It means that we're getting some new blood on the scene, and that's a game I'm very excited about. This game, however, it was up, it was down. It got a little bit, I don't want to say sloppy in the third game because we saw a little bit less running around and less clean aces. It was maybe a little bit just more double faults, and then cleaner offense.
Yeah, it was. I thought that's some of the best round net we've seen. You're right that it kind of got a little messy at the end. I think that's also nerves coming in. They're playing a little sloppy, a little spaghetti.
Hmm.
But Double Clutch came out on top, and now they have a nice break. We already have Clark Marshall warming up out there, and we will be back in just 5 to 10 minutes with the next semis. Stay here.